kasama! Ngayon ay ating tatalakayin ang guidelines on the implementation of RPMS for school year 2020-2021, means of verification for proficient teachers. Lahat po ng mga resources natin for school year 2020-2021 for IPCRF ay ma-access po natin dyan po sa link na nakapost po ngayon sa ating screen. Paglilinaw lang po, hindi po yan galing sa akin. Yan po ay galing sa DepEd mismo. Ngayon po alamin natin ang link between PPST and RPMS kasi medyo nako-confuse po tayo dito. Is PPST part of RPMS or is RPMS part of PPST? Ano ba talaga? So ito po mga kasama, PPST is not part of the RPMS. PPST is a stand-alone document. Same way, RPMS is not part of PPST. It is a pre-existing system requirement from the Civil Service Commission. Define po natin ang RPMS. RPMS is a systematic mechanism to manage, monitor, and measure performance and identify human resource and organizational development needs to enable continuous work improvement and individual growth. It is aligned with the Strategic Performance Management System of the Civil Service Commission, which has 4 phases. On the other hand, PPST, it provides a framework of uniform measures to assess teacher performance. It has 4 career stages, beginning, proficient, highly proficient, and distinguished. It has 7 domains, 37 strands, and 37 indicators for each career stage. Katulad po ng nabanggit ko kanina, ang RPMS po ay binubuo ng 4 phases. Ngayon po ito pong ating RPMS cycle ay wala pong pinagkaiba sa mga RPMS cycle in the past years. Ang difference lang po is yung timeline. Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3, and Phase 4. At para mas maintindihan po natin ang ating RPMS cycle, ito po yung table containing the details in each phase of the RPMS cycle for school year 2020-2021. Yung phase 1 po, performance planning and commitment. Ano ba yung mga task and activity? Capacity building activities, presentation of RPMS tools in the time of COVID-19. Persons responsible, regional office, schools division office, school head, raters. Schedule is January 2021. Also, yung self-assessment with initial development planning, persons responsible, ratees, and schedule is January 2021. Next is yung phase 2, yung performance monitoring and coaching. Ano ba yung task, activity, monitoring and coaching? Persons responsible, school head, raters. Schedule is January 2021 to June 2021. Mid-year review with development planning. Persons responsible, school head, raters, ratees. Schedule is March 2021. And then our phase 3, performance review and evaluation, task and activity, year-end review. Persons responsible, raters, ratees, and approving authorities. Schedule a week after scheduled graduation. And then lastly, yung phase 4, performance rewarding and development planning. Yung task and activity, ways forward development planning. Persons responsible, ratees. Schedule is a week after scheduled graduation. And yung IPCRF data collection, persons responsible, school head, raters, schedule is a month after scheduled graduation. Ito po yung mga key points na dapat po nating tandaan. There are 11 PPST priority indicators and means of verification chosen as the RPMS objectives for this school year. And these priority indicators were selected based on being more responsive and appropriate to the current context of the teachers, learners, and learning environment. And then yung objective 12 po is for plus factor. We also have 7 classroom observable objectives, yung objectives 1 to 7. Yung objectives 1, 5, and 7, require po dyan yung means of verification na from COT natin, yung ating classroom observation, yung COT RPMS form. Objectives 2, 3, and 4 require supplementary materials as MOV. So ito po, makikita natin mamaya yung mga list ng supplementary materials na dito dapat natin i-attach sa objectives 2, 3, and 4. And then objective 6 requires evidence that show feedback to learners. Only 2 observations are required for the entire school year. So dati, 4 yung ating kinakailangang observations. Ngayon, 2 observations lang. Okay na yun for the entire school year. So yung first is from January to March, and then yung second observation is between April to May. Only 2 MOVs that show evidence are needed. So ito po, mahalaga to. 2 lang ang kailangan na MOVs natin dito. Tigda 2 lang. So, pero kung meron naman po kayong mga existing evidences, MOVs, why not? I-attach nyo na po doon. Mas maganda po. Now, for non-classroom observable objectives, meron po tayong 4 non-classroom observable objectives. Yung objective 8 po, identified for quality, and then yung objectives 9 to 11 naman, identified for quality and efficiency. Now, let us have the means of verification for proficient teachers or yung mga teacher 1 to teacher 3. Ano ba yung mga MOVs na kakailanganin natin sa bawat objective? So, for objective number 1, applied knowledge of content within and across curriculum teaching areas. Ang ating pong MOV ay ang ating COT rating sheet or inter-observer agreement form, yung ibinibigay po sa atin kapag po tayo ay in-observe. Basta po tumutugon dito sa ating objective number 1. For objectives number 2, 3, and 4, ensure the positive use of ICT to facilitate the teaching and learning process, applied a range of teaching strategies to develop critical and creative thinking as well as other higher order thinking skills, establish a learner-centered culture by using teaching strategies that respond to their linguistic, cultural, socioeconomic, and religious backgrounds. Any supplementary material in print or digital format made by the ratee and used in the lesson delivery. So, kahit 2 po sa mga supplementary materials na nakalista po dito sa ibaba, basta tumutugon sa mga objectives natin na nandirito, uubra na po iyon. Halimbawa po, meron kang activity sheets, tsaka 1 lesson from a locally crafted self-learning module na tumutugon dito sa ensure the positive use of ICT to facilitate the teaching and learning process, uubra na po iyon. Meron ka pong lesson plan or video lesson na tumutugon dito sa applied a range of teaching strategies to develop critical and creative thinking as well as other higher order thinking skills, ubra na po iyon. Kahit po 2, katulad ng binanggit ko kanina, kahit po 2 sa mga supplementary materials na hinihingi as our MOV, uubra na po iyon. Pero kung meron naman po kayo nitong mga supplementary materials na ito, available naman po sa inyo, mas maganda po, ilagay nyo na rin po. Para naman hindi po masayang ang ating MOV. Now, for objective number 5, planned and delivered teaching strategies that are responsive to the special educational needs of learners in difficult circumstances, including geographic isolation, chronic illness, displacement due to armed conflict, urban resettlement or disasters, child abuse, and child labor practices. Ang ating pong MOV dyan ay yung ating COT rating sheet or inter-observer agreement form. Basta po tumutugon dito sa objective number 5. Now, for objective number 6, use strategies for providing timely, accurate, and constructive feedback to improve learner. Ang ating pong MOV, evidence that highlights providing accurate and constructive feedback to improve learner performance, and that shows timeliness of feedback given to any of the following. So, kung yung feedback nyo ay nasa activity sheet, performance task, portfolio, quiz or test, self-learning module, obra po iyon. Kahit po dalawa mula dito sa mga to, ang gagawin nyo pong MOVs, uubra po. Now, for objective number 7, selected, developed, organize, and use appropriate teaching and learning resources including ICT to address learning goals. Ang ating pong MOV dyan ay ang ating COT rating sheet or Inter-Observer Agreement Form. Basta po tumutugon dito sa selected, develop, organize, and use appropriate teaching and learning resources including ICT to address learning goals. For objective number 8, set achievable and appropriate learning outcomes that are aligned with learning competencies. Ang ating pong MOV ay one lesson plan or one lesson from a self-learning module prepared by the ratee with achievable and appropriate learning outcomes that are aligned with the learning competencies as shown in your lecture or discussion, shown in your activity or activity sheet, shown in the performance task, or shown in the rubric. So, ang ating pong MOV ay lesson plan or one lesson from a self-learning module. Basta pinapakita doon na appropriate, achievable ang inyong mga learning outcomes at naka-align sa learning competencies. Number 9, objective. Build relationships with parents or guardians and the wider school community to facilitate involvement in the educative process. So, ang ating mga MOVs dito, proof of participation in any activity for improved access to education during distribution, brigada eskwela, home visitation, yan. Pwede rin dito yung parent-teacher log or proof of other stakeholders meeting. Pwede rin dito yung any form of communication to parents or stakeholders. Pwede yung notice of meeting, screenshot ng chat, text message, communication. Yan. Number 10. Participated in professional networks to share knowledge and to enhance practice. Ano-ano bang ating mga MOVs dito? Certificate of completion in course or training, certificate of participation in a webinar, retooling, upskilling, and other training or seminar workshop with proof of implementation, certificate of recognition or speakership in a webinar, retooling, upskilling, and other training, seminar, workshop, any proof of participation to a benchmarking activity, any proof of participation in school LAC sessions, online man or face-to-face, certified by the LAC coordinator, and others, please specify and provide annotations. Katulad po ng sinabi ko kanina, hindi naman po kinakailangan lahat ng yan ay i-provide nating pilit. Kung meron po tayo ng dalawa, sa mga yan, uubra na po iyon. Pero kung meron po tayo ng lahat ng yan, ay mas maganda po. Objective number 11, develop a personal improvement plan based on reflection of one's practice and ongoing professional learning. Ang ating pong main MOV dito ay yung ating IPCRF development plan. Yung ating mga supporting MOV, yung reflection of one's practice during on LAC sessions with proof of attendance, reflection or personal notes on coaching and mentoring and or media review, personal notes or journal on division or school-led inset with proof of attendance, certificate of enrollment, registration form, class card in graduate or postgraduate school or online courses, any learning material highlighting the improvement done based on accomplished reflection section, and others, please specify and provide annotations. And of course, ating objective number 12, perform various related work activities that contribute to the teaching learning process. Ito yung ating plus factor. Ano ba yung ating pwedeng MOVs dito? Committee involvement, advisorship of co-curricular activities, involvement as module or learning material writer, involvement as module or learning material validator, participation in the ROSDO school-initiated TV radio-based instruction, book or journal authorship or contributorship, coordinatorship, chairpersonship, coaching and mentoring learners in competitions, mentoring pre-service teachers, participation in demonstration teaching, participation as research presenter in a forum or conference, and others. Please specify and provide annotations. So, iyan po yung mga MOVs na kakailanganin natin kung tayo ay Teacher 1 to Teacher 3. Ito ang aking inihandang digital portfolio blank template para sa Results-Based Performance Management System, School Year 2020-2021. Sana po ay nakatulong sa inyo ang videong ito. Maraming salamat!